Liverpool's transfer strategy under new manager Arne Slot is taking shape quickly as the club looks to reshape its defensive unit ahead of the 2025-26 season. One of the most significant developments is the reported plan to sell young centre-back Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen. At the same time, the Reds are actively pursuing the signing of Marc Guéhi from Crystal Palace, signaling a clear intent to strengthen the backline with a more experienced and established option. This double-pronged strategy underscores the evolving vision under Slot and the direction Liverpool's recruitment is taking in the post-Jurgen Klopp era. Jarell Quansah, who emerged from Liverpool's academy, enjoyed a breakthrough season in 2023-24 and showed glimpses of great potential. Despite some growing pains typical of young defenders, he was praised for his composure on the ball, aerial ability, and reading of the game. However, with Liverpool pushing for an immediate return to domestic and European dominance, the coaching staff appears to believe that Quansah is not yet the finished product needed for a high-stakes season ahead. The decision to move Quansah on has surprised a section of Liverpool fans who had hoped he would develop into a long-term defensive mainstay. Yet the interest from Bayer Leverkusen, fresh off their Bundesliga title triumph under Xabi Alonso, has presented Liverpool with an attractive opportunity. The German champions are reportedly offering upwards of £35 million for the 21-year-old, a fee considered excellent business for a player who cost Liverpool nothing in transfer fees. Leverkusen's interest in Quansah stems from their preference for developing young talent within a system that emphasizes progressive possession-based football. Alonso sees Quansah as a perfect fit for his system, which mirrors many of the philosophies that Slot also intends to implement at Liverpool. This overlap in style might explain why Leverkusen are willing to invest so heavily in a relatively inexperienced player. For Quansah, the move would represent a chance to develop in one of Europe's most tactically sophisticated leagues under a manager known for improving defenders. Leverkusen can offer regular first-team football and a strong platform in the Champions League, which might not have been guaranteed for him at Anfield with the arrival of a more seasoned centre-back. Liverpool's plan to replace Quansah centres around Crystal Palace's Marc Guéhi, who has been one of the Premier League's standout defenders over the past 2 seasons. Guehi, now a full England international, offers a blend of athleticism, intelligence, and leadership that would bring stability to Liverpool's backline. At 24, he represents a near-perfect age profile, young enough to develop further but experienced enough to make an immediate impact. The pursuit of Guehi is indicative of Slot's preference for defenders who are calm under pressure, proactive in their duels, and comfortable playing in a high line. Guehi's ability to carry the ball out from the back and link up with midfielders will be essential in the fluid 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 formation Slot is expected to deploy. His Premier League experience also makes the transition less risky, as he won't need time to adjust to the intensity or tempo of English football. Crystal Palace, however, are reluctant to sell. The Eagles see Guehi as central to their project under Oliver Glasner and are expected to demand a premium fee likely in the region of £50 to £60 million. While expensive, Liverpool believe the investment is worthwhile, particularly if they recoup a large sum from Quansah's sale. The structure of the deal may include performance-based add-ons and incentives to bridge the valuation gap between the two clubs. Talks between Liverpool and Crystal Palace have reportedly been ongoing for several weeks, with Liverpool making Guehi one of their top defensive targets. Negotiations are complex, as Palace are also preparing for interest in other stars like Michael Olise and Eberechi's. Guehi's potential departure could hinge on whether Palace manage to secure suitable replacements themselves. Arne Slot's involvement in transfer policy is proving to be hands-on. Though Liverpool maintain a collaborative approach with their sporting director and recruitment team, Slot is said to have specifically requested a defender of Guehi's profile. He sees the England international as pivotal to implementing his tactical system, especially in high-press scenarios where defenders must be sharp, mobile, and decisive. This marks a slight departure from Liverpool's previous strategy under Klopp, where young players were often developed over time within the squad before being thrust into regular starting roles. Slot, however, appears to be aiming for a blend of youth and experience, opting to trade some long-term potential for immediate reliability and structure in key areas. While losing Quansah may appear counterintuitive in a market where young English talent is at a premium, Liverpool's recruitment philosophy has often been rooted in knowing when to sell as much as when to buy. The club's track record with outgoings, from Dominic Solanke to Ryan Brewster, shows they are not averse to cashing in when the market conditions are favorable. In that context, selling Quansah to Leverkusen for a substantial fee and reinvesting in a Premier League proven defender like Guehi is seen as smart business. It reduces the risk associated with relying on youth development in a transitional season and aligns with Slot's desire for tactical clarity from the outset. Supporters may understandably be torn. Quansah represents the dream of local academy success and homegrown pride, while Guehi is viewed as a more polished, externally sourced solution. Balancing sentiment with strategic necessity will be one of the challenges the new regime faces in establishing its identity. Liverpool are also mindful of their defensive depth, especially with Joel Matip having departed the club and Ibrahima Konate struggling with fitness issues. Virgil van Dijk, while still elite, is entering the twilight of his career. Guehi would provide a long-term partner for Konate or potentially even serve as his successor as the defensive anchor. The broader context of the Premier League's competitiveness makes these moves all the more important. With Manchester City, Arsenal, and others expected to strengthen, Liverpool cannot afford to be passive in the market. Slot is aware that his first season will be judged harshly if the Reds fall behind their rivals in the title race or in Europe. Guehi's leadership qualities have also been highlighted as a major draw for Liverpool. He captained Palace on multiple occasions and is known for his professionalism and calm demeanor, traits that would serve well in a high-pressure environment like Anfield. Slot reportedly values these intangibles as much as the technical attributes. Meanwhile, Leverkusen's sporting director Simon Rolfs is believed to have personally scouted Quansah and views him as a key part of their defensive succession plan, especially with interest in some of their existing centre-backs from top European clubs. The Bundesliga side's reputation for nurturing young talent adds weight to the belief that this deal could work out well for all parties. From Quansah's perspective, a move to Germany might represent a bold step but also an ideal one for his development. He will be given the trust and time to grow, much like what happened with other young English exports such as Jude Bellingham and Jadon Sancho before him. Liverpool's willingness to sanction the transfer also suggests confidence in their broader scouting network and the ability to secure top talent. Guehi is not their only defensive target, but he is reportedly the priority. Other names like Levi Colwill and Gonçalo Inácio have been mentioned, but those links have cooled in recent weeks. Slot's tactical setup emphasizes verticality, line-breaking passes, and building from the back. Guehi's metrics last season placed him among the league's best for progressive passing and successful pressures, key indicators for how well he might adapt to Slot's system. It's this synergy between player profile and tactical requirement that is guiding Liverpool's decision-making. There's also a financial realism underpinning Liverpool's moves. The club operates within a self-sustaining model, and the decision to sell Quansah and reinvest in Guehi follows that tradition. While Manchester United and Chelsea may overspend, Liverpool typically opt for structured, data-driven acquisitions. Guehi himself is reportedly open to the move, although no personal terms have been finalized. Sources close to the player say he is excited about the possibility of competing for major honours and playing Champions League football, something that Palace currently cannot offer. Liverpool fans are already imagining a Van Dijk-Guehi partnership, which combines experience with athleticism and could form one of the most balanced centre-back duos in Europe. Slot will be hoping it provides the foundation for a more consistent and confident defensive record next season. There is still work to do before either deal is finalized. Palace are likely to drag negotiations into July, hoping for a bidding war, while Leverkusen want Quansah signed early to integrate him into pre-season plans. Liverpool are trying to manage both timelines strategically to ensure minimal disruption. Some analysts have suggested that selling Quansah now might be premature, and that he could develop into a top-class defender. But Liverpool believe in managing squad roles proactively, and it's clear they prefer Guehi's reliability over Quansah's long-term projection for this phase of the rebuild. The move also reflects Slot's desire to shape the squad with players he fully trusts to execute his vision. As a coach known